Till you make it, hey, what you stand on? What if you take that ride tonight? Hey, what you stand on? What if you live or die tonight? Hey, what you stand on? Bottom line, gotta lead by example. Hey, what you stand on? What if you take that ride tonight? Hey, what you stand on? What if you live or die tonight? Hey, what you stand on? Bottom line, gotta lead by example. You know they did wrong. Them cops till you make it. Hurry up. Hit that Uber when we landing, then we showing up. Cause I'm in a different state with a different license plate. And you know my pocket straight, and you know my partner straight. And we hold it. Hurry up.
Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Smoke. Shout out to everybody in the panel. Shout out to everybody watching right now. We live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch as well. Appreciate everybody joining in the live or checking us out on the rebroadcast. This is your boy Smooth, the one and only host and producer of the Real Conversations podcast, presented to you by Real Conversations Podcast Network. Today we got a whole lot of topics. You know. We're getting right back to the topics. We're going to touch on the unfortunate passing of Charlie Kirk, the impact, what did he mean to the world, and what can we take out of what lesson can we get out of this situation? We also going to touch on the tragic unaliving of a young lady from Ukraine visiting in Charlotte. She was stabbed fatally on the bus, on a public bus. And we're going to have to break that down. We also going to touch on Young Thug apology song, Miss My Dogs. And Trump talking about us being on the verge of World War III. So with that being said, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. We got a few special guests on the panel. We got CJ, founder of CSJ Art Vibes LLC. We got C4 the Realist. Y'all can check him out on all platforms. And we got Chad, a new guest to the panel. I want y'all to give all of them a warm welcome. We're about to get to it. Like, share, and subscribe. Real Conversations Podcast. Let's get it. Oh, what up? What up? What's
Yo,
going on with everybody?
How's it going?
How y'all feeling? How you doing, man? What's going on with you?
Doing okay. Cowboys won, so feeling good about that. But otherwise, there's a lot going on in the world. But how everybody else doing?
Yeah, we doing good. We doing good. I'm doing great. I mean, I'm just happy to be here another week. You feel me? How y'all feeling? C4, how you feeling? Y'all ready to get into these topics?
I'm good.
All right, for sure, for sure. All right, we're gonna touch on this first topic, man. The tragic unaliving of Charlie Kirk. If y'all don't know, he was a political activist. He got a lot of people riled up in his beliefs and what he stood on. He was close. He was close with Trump, but a few days ago he was taken out in front of a large crowd. He was going on a Bring America Back tour. I guess that was his way of preaching his word and touching the people. So we're just gonna break down everything that happened. Back to it. Real conversation. Let's get it.
Charlie Kirk, conservative activist, has died in today's shooting. Vaughn Hilliard, your reaction?
this is not a good moment for us as America, for our engagement and our ability to have very difficult discussions. This is somebody who was a father, a husband, somebody who I think that we must note at this moment in time, Nicole, was there today on a college campus inviting people to take a microphone and debate him.
I have just received news that I'm not even going to repeat because I don't have it. Confirmed. We will,
On just the news that he's passed. Yes, is this what I'm hearing? Yes, can I get it here?
yes.
Yes. Wow, right here, we're having this moment, guys. Let's go around the horn, Gino. You were continue on the horrendous news that Charlie Kirk has passed.
Well, my prayers are for Erica, for her children, for his family. This is beyond devastating, Eric. I've known Charlie, as I said, since he was a child, running around, coming to conservative events.
This show tonight was not exactly what I expected. We all know Charlie Kirk in this city, and what horrible sadness for everybody who knew him. And certainly, how would you like to be the person who has to make the phone call to his very young wife and their 2 children tonight? What happened is just absolutely unthinkable. We don't know who the killer is. We know there is a killer. We all heard the shot, and that one shot took his life.
I want his wife and the country to know that the last question he took, the last thing he talked about to people in Utah, thousands of people that wanted to come hear him, is that his message was one of love, of Jesus Christ, of his belief in prayer, and he talked about that from his heart, and you could feel it. And he's done that multiple times before, but I consider it an honor to be there. It makes me mad. I'm so mad.
He ain't racist, he was telling the truth. Well, explain this to me if he ain't racist. All right, let's explain this. Let's get to the real. Explain this to me. He ain't black. He's clearly not black. He's clearly never been in the black community or hung out with anybody from the black community. You can tell by the way he talks, the way he looks, the way he carries himself. So why is his content, or the focus of his content, black people? Explain that to me. White people ain't got no issues? They ain't got no issues for him to address or him to fix? As far as the last I checked, statistics show that most mass shooters are white men. Statistics show that most serial rapists are white men. Statistics show that most serial killers are white men. So why he not addressing none of these issues in his content? Why is his content about black people? But he not racist though. And this is a question that nobody seems to be able to answer to me. When I'm asking everybody who's trying to defend him, all these boot-licking trustee house niggas, when I'm asking them why is he not racist, they can't explain this to me. Nobody can answer that question. They just dance around it, but they can't answer that question. I mean, somebody explain it to me.
2019, Charlie Kirk helped a lot of young blacks get to the White House. He changed a lot of their lives. A lot of them never imagined going to the White House, and Charlie helped hundreds of young black boys and girls go to the White House. Charlie, thank you for that.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, man.
So for people who want to call Charlie a racist, kiss my black ass. Excuse my language. Charlie Kirk is not a racist.
I love this guy. I'll tell you. And, by the way, I have some New York Times reporters for you to talk to.
I'll talk to them.
No, yeah.
Fight back! 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 Fight back!
How I feel about all them clips? What's your thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
I mean, first things first, I want to say it's always a tragedy when anybody lose their life. You never want to see anybody pass. Condolences to his family and everybody who loved him. I think the thing that's interesting to me right now in the moment is the fact that right now, like, they're trying to hunt down people who they feel weren't respectful enough to Charlie Kirk in his passing, and trying to get him fired from the jobs, things of that nature. So I think it's really important that we keep in mind that these things are happening as a result of people exercising their right to free speech, the same thing we doing. So
Right.
I think that's something that's coming out of it that is something that people definitely got to keep an eye out for and watch out for.
Yeah, for sure. CJ, how you feel?
Well, of course, I have sent my condolences out to his wife and his kids. Other than that, it is sad that a man lost his life. Nobody deserves to die. I don't wish death on anyone. Honestly, Jay, I said what I said to you through text, so I'm not gonna even say it here. That's pretty much it. I don't want to get targeted by those people.
Right.
I don't want to get mixed up in a drama. I'm out of it.
Yeah. C4, how you feel about it? I know you probably ain't heard about this, but how you feel?
Nah, I ain't heard about it, but shit, I ain't got too much to say. I don't be watching stuff like get into all that. I don't want to be targeted for none of that.
I feel you. All I'm gonna say is,
I just feel like something behind that.
yeah, for sure. I feel you on that. But all I'm gonna say is, like, everybody do got the right for freedom of speech, but as well, we gotta be aware, like, certain things we might say, certain groups of people might not feel strongly about what you're saying, and they might be ready to take it to another level. You feel me? That's what comes with freedom of speech. I mean, condolences to his family, for real. He ain't deserved it, what happened to him, but when you talking a lot of talk he was talking, I mean,
and that's the thing for me, the way everything kind of framed around freedom of speech, and that has to include people who disagree. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Like, you can't say, oh, we're gonna run around and try and get these folks fired because they disagree with, or we disagree with them. And I think that's another thing that, just in general, whenever somebody say freedom of speech, 9 times out of 10, they're talking about the type of speech that they prefer, which is natural. I mean, that's human, but nobody really wants to just let anybody say anything at any time without any consequences. That's not a realistic, you know what I'm saying? That's not a realistic human interaction. You can't just walk around saying anything you want to say without expecting people to be upset. With that being said, of course, that don't mean violence, but people do have the right to say, like, you know, how they feel as well. They have the right to express themselves the same way everybody else does.
Right, for real. I feel you. I feel you. Some of the things, I'm gonna be honest, and a lot of people ain't gonna like this. Some of the things he was saying about quote unquote black people, like I ain't necessarily disagree on some of them, but some of them I felt like was kind of real left field, kind of him coming as a person looking outside looking in type of view. Because you seen the one clip I played, the guy was talking about the statistics and all that. And also it's like he was talking about a lot of gang violence and like black on black crime. But it's crazy that one of his own kind took him out. You know, that's for what they saying. The suspect was a white man. So I got into a whole lot of debate about that on TikTok. So I gotta be real careful with my words. You know, they be on my ass about this shit. But yeah, all I'm saying is like they love to like counteract and try to put the blame on black folks a lot of time. Like even after the situation happened, they like 5 HBCUs was closed down or some shit. Like I wish I had.
Because they were getting death threats.
Yeah, but why though? Why?
Political retaliation.
That sound real weird to me though. Some people say they trying to start a race war. You know, they've been saying that shit, but I just feel like it's a lot behind it. Like Cuz said, it's a rabbit hole. We're gonna be continuing this story on and on for like the next year. I feel like, but I just wanted to get y'all thoughts. We can go to the next topic, which is a man fatally stabbing a young lady from Ukraine visiting Charlotte, I believe. They was in Charlotte, and we're gonna play the clip. And I want to warn y'all, this is like a little graphic. So viewer discretion advised. We're gonna play the clip and we're gonna get right back to it. Real conversation. How y'all feel about that? I feel like was that a mental health problem, public safety problem? What's going on with that? How y'all feel?
Yeah, so the news came out that dude has schizophrenia. He's been in and out the system a few times. So I would say both. I would also look at, the fact that if we know people have issues and they've been to jail, then why aren't we looking for different ways to help people with like issues, right? Why aren't we looking for ways to get people help? You know what I'm saying? Because we've already put them in jail, and that didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think this is also a big reason why a lot of the HBCUs were targeted. A lot of people on the right, feel as if this could be a good impetus for them to push a a racist aspect, to be honest. But I think, with the background of knowing that this person has been arrested before, knowing that this person has schizophrenia, knowing like these are known facts of the fact that the answer that a lot of people want to turn to is like more police. Like we don't have enough police. I don't know. Is interesting to me.
Right. CJ, how you feel about that?
I'm a little desensitized by it. Condolences to her family. I think it's also a mental health issue. I think it was all mental issues and possibly premeditated.
C4, what you feel about that clip?
Somebody must have paid him for that.
Damn, what you mean? It's a hit?
Man, don't nobody just do something like that just to be doing it.
Yeah, I feel you. I seen another video. They say it was like a little bonus clip. He says she called him the N word or whatever. But I was like, nah, I ain't going for that one.
That's why I say it's partially also premeditated.
Right, something was off about that. Out of all them passengers, he chose her.
Yeah,
that
was playing.
That seemed a little awkward. Like, damn, she ain't even say nothing to him. Like, they never even had one word before he did that shit.
That was either playing, somebody must have paid them. That person must know some information, seen something, did something, and he ain't just do it for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got a point, cuz, for real. Because there's no explanation for that. Like, what? Then he just walked off the bus, and then everybody came and tried to help her. I'm like, damn. That was real wild.
He could have stayed out there, everybody was on them, but he only went to after one person.
Right. And then the way he did it, like, I don't know, that was crazy as hell to me.
He did it enough time to get off the bus at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, damn, wasn't no security nowhere around. He just casually walked off the bus. Like, where the safety at out here, man?
Yeah, because that was playing. Whoever gave him the information gave him the right information. Yeah. And the time to do it.
This is just another perfect example of the U.S. versus the foreigners.
Yeah, because it is crazy. She just so happened to be from Ukraine, out of all places. Like, what the hell? But yeah, man, it'd be a whole lot of stuff like that that make people get the conspiracies and the theories going around, because that has no just right explanation. Ain't no way in hell somebody just one day wake up, say, I'm about to go on this train or go on this public transportation and just stab brutally, you know what I'm saying? Take somebody out. It don't even make sense. We got Divine on the track popping in. Let's see how you feel. Divine, what up?
What's up?
How you feel about that stab? You seen that clip?
No, I'm sorry. I missed the clip. Can you get the spark notes? Yeah.
Pay attention. Nah, we bringing it back.
Okay.
How you feel, Devon? Devon, how you feel? Hey, my man, Skioski. I can't put that word in the description. So I gotta put pass in the unalived. We all know what happened to him. I appreciate the comment though. We all know what happened. We can't use that N word or the K word. Algorithm, my guy. You want to come up? You want me to drop the link? Come on up. Devon, how you feel though? Devin, you hear us?
He might have some technical difficulties right now, but I also do want to say condolences to the young lady and condolences to her family as well.
Condolences to her. Devon, okay, how you feel?
Hey, I'm not sure what happened. I see part of that clip. Quickly, when it was sad, man. That was really sad. Shout out and God bless that woman who lost her life. That's bullshit.
What would you blame it on? Mental health?
I don't know. What did the guy say? What did they say? The guy had a mental breakdown. He just snapped when he saw her on the train.
Yeah, man. They say he was schizo, but he said his reasoning was she called him the N-word.
It doesn't like that she's turned around and said anything to him. She's just mind her own business.
All right. And she was a foreigner.
Add a security to the train. You can have metal detectors before they, at train stop stations, before you even enter or exit the subway. You go through a metal detector.
Yeah.
You probably want to keep mental health patients and homeless people off the subway. Like give them have a family member accompany them to wherever they need to go. If they have to leave the house for any reason, have them leave with somebody. Like they always need to walk in pairs. So never let a mental health person walk by themselves. Like a truly mental health person. I mean, not just anybody who could kind of have an episode, but like a truly schizophrenic person who needs that assistance. Make that a possibility.
Yeah. Well, what you think? Your boy Chad was saying they need to do better with the rehabilitation in the prison systems, jail system.
Possibly, but I'm not sure if that's actually going to fix or solve people with truly mental disabilities. I don't know if that's going to be the optimal solution. I mean, that could help. That can help in some ways, but I don't think that would be the best solution, especially for people who really struggle with mental health, such as schizophrenia.
Yeah, and really quickly, I was just saying that he's been to jail, so like that had that clearly didn't work, so that may not be the answer.
Right. Oh, if that's documented that he was in the prison and had mental health issues, yeah. Why was he out of prison by himself? Like, why was there? Yeah, why he should not have been in public alone. Is to that point.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Condolences to that lady. We feel for the family, and we're gonna follow up on that story too. All these stories we gotta follow up on. They fairly new, so it's gonna be so many more details coming out every day. See, that's the thing people don't understand with these topics. They want you to touch on them as soon as they hit the press, but sometimes you might be considered wrong or spreading false information because all the facts ain't out.
Right. You can't give a sound conclusion with half the details of half the story.
Yeah, people love to fact check you on here, boy. But okay, next topic. We're gonna touch on rapper, singer, fashion designer, CEO, Young Thug himself, drops new song apologizing to his rap homeboys and for everything that's going on, the leaked jail calls. He apologizing to his woman about things he might have said in the jail calls. It's just so much surrounding his last interview in the jail calls. He had to make a song addressing everything. So we're gonna play the clip and we're gonna talk on how we feel about it.
Getting things off his chest. After those leaked jail phone calls went viral and last week's interview had everybody talking, Thugger just dropped a 7-minute track on Thursday, September 11th called Man, I Miss My Dogs. The track is Young Thug's take on Lil Wayne's I Miss My Dogs, where Wayne opened up about his relationships with his old Hot Boys crew. On the song, Thug apologizes to his longtime girlfriend Mariah the Scientist, Drake, Lil Baby, Future, 21 Savage, Gucci Mane, and even his family. Now, it looks like the apology didn't completely fall on deaf ears, as both Drake and 21 liked the post with the lyrics. Thug closed the music video to the song by revealing his long-awaited album, You White Scooty, is dropping September 19th, which is actually the same day as Cardi B's new album, Am I the Drama? So how do you feel about this move by Thug, and are you ready for his new album? Comment down below.
Okay.
Bad idea. Don't release that on Cardi's album. Let Cardi have her day. And also, people leave Thug alone. First of all, that was way inappropriate for anybody who to release those jail calls. They did that shit for clout. So fuck them. That should not have been done. That should not have been released to the public. Period. Anyway.
Yeah, you got a point.
That's private matter. That should not have been released anyway.
But now he's using it as a promotional tool. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, bad publicity, but I guess any publicity is good publicity in this world. So.
All right. C4, how you feel about that new Thug?
I ain't get to see it. I was doing something.
Okay. I mean, we ain't played a song, but pretty much Thug came out with a song apologizing to all his rap homies.
Man, that man, he just need to go hire to. He just need to go to one of them little AA meetings or something. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man.
Hell nah.
He feeling hurt too bad.
Yeah. He say he need to put it down. He on that strong shit.
I ain't even saying that. I'm just saying shit. He need to go talk to some people, man. Get some help.
Damn, you saying it's showing, huh? He hurting.
Man, you can't be hurt. Look, man. See, those people don't realize, man. A lot of people ain't street niggas, man, so they can't buy by the code.
Right.
If you ain't in the street daily and shit, man, motherfuckers ain't buying by that code.
Yeah, facts. You definitely facts, especially these so-called rich niggas.
Because you got to think about it. If you ain't in the streets all the time, 24/7, or ain't even in the streets like at all, snitching don't come by you.
Yeah, you're right. You don't gotta follow. You a citizen. Let's be honest. All these niggas paying taxes. All these niggas, you feel me, got bank accounts and shit. Like, let's be honest. Like, is they really pushing packs on the side? Probably not. They really catching bodies? Probably not. You feel me?
And
So
niggas catch the body, they ain't doing them but telling them themselves in their music anyway. So what's the difference?
all right, what's the difference? But I ain't gonna lie, I still want that new Thug out. Maybe he shouldn't drop it on Cardi B Day, but he should drop the shit. Honestly.
Man, he only dropping it on that day because Lucy dropping his.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he dropping on the same. He picked the same day Lucy dropping his.
So he's still on that bullshit.
Yeah, it's Nick picking.
Yeah, you right. That's some petty shit, Thug. You my boy.
Nigga need to go talk to somebody, man. He got some mental problems right now.
Yeah, possibly.
He mad
just got out.
He really mad because his team separated and his team, Lucy's team, is still strong as ever.
Yeah, and he could be mad Gunna up right now. He probably thought Gunna wouldn't be up like he is.
Yeah, and he just dropped his last album on the contract. That's it.
Yeah.
You can't hold him back forever.
Yeah, you're right. Right. Hey, Chad, how you feel about this? You ain't got no take on it?
Man, I can't call it. I don't know what they got going on outside of music. I do know the whole conversation revolved around the police, who talked to the police, who didn't talk to the police. I know whoever releasing these phone tapes, whoever releasing these videos or calls, got to have access to it through the jail. So that's just who's sitting that's the common denominator in my opinion is is the police. So I think that's the that's the thing I think people should really look out for is, you know, they seem it seemed to cause a lot of friction in the community in the rap community right now is in involvement and or whatever they're doing around
Yeah,
rappers.
yeah, that's I feel you. Yeah, but I mean, is this the downfall of gangster rap? Let's say it like that.
I
Nah, but
mean,
No, you can't even say that because all the gangsters.
yeah, although you still allowed that started the shit. I think hip hop needs to have a real honest conversation face to face about, like, you know, how the message that they want to portray affects the audience. You know what I mean? Like, what message are they trying to convey, and what example are they trying to set? Because in a way, they're role models, because music means that much to a lot of people. So, you know, hip hop as a community probably needs to sit down and have a one-on-one. Like, listen, like, if you're going to give you some money to, you know, explode your star power, you can't be in the hood acting reckless. You know, we're now giving you some responsibility to, like, not only take care of yourself, but to better the people around you. And maybe the lack of mentors is as a result of that, and that's what we're getting. We're getting immature behavior, if you will.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you on that. But it gotta be a lot of accountability, and these niggas don't like to do that type shit. So you might not never get that conversation. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's off pride and ego alone. But hey, man, it is what it is. All right, we ain't really gonna have that long of a show. We got one more topic. We're gonna speak on Trump talking about we on the verge of World War III if we don't come to a settlement with another country. If we don't come to an agreement soon, it might be World War III. So tighten up your bootstraps. It might be going down around here. Let's see what Trump talking about, man. Real conversation. Like, share, and subscribe.
If they don't want to settle, we're out of there. You know, I watched over the last week or so what's going on in Europe. This thing could end up in World War III if we don't get it settled.
Let's go. How y'all feel?
I can't.
Him being in the White House is going to cause us to go to World War III.
Obviously.
We have an unstable, unpredictable person as the commander-in-chief, in control of the largest, biggest military power in the world, with access to nukes, and you want him to act sanely? Yeah, that's that's ridiculous.
Yeah, he said it so calmly though, didn't he? That's what tripped me out.
But you can't have the person coming to you for aid, turn your back to him, go to the enemy to try to cut a deal with him, to try to cut ties or try to end the war in Ukraine. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
Yeah, so he'll probably take us there.
Chad, if I ain't mistaken, they say you in DC or something. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think we need to try and like have a wider scope, right? Because he already trying to, like, it's wars happening all over the world already. So it's wars happening in Africa, it's wars happening in South America, everywhere. And so the war in Europe is got a lot of attention and focus, but you start like there's conflict everywhere. We also need to, like Devin was saying, like make sure we're backing up our allies. But you know, he's counterproductive is what I would say. That's the main word I want to use. He's being counterproductive in the way he's moving and the things that he's doing. And so, you know, if he say he doesn't want World War III, then I would imagine that he'd be doing things differently. If it was up to me, but that's my opinion. I think he's very counterproductive in his movements. I'm not entirely sure that he's making the right moves. I'm not sure if he knows entirely what he's doing.
I think he knows, he's aware of what he's doing. I don't think he can understand past the immediate choices he's making. I don't think he can foresee the long-term consequences. I think there's information actually withheld from him.
Hello?
Wow, shut off again.
I think he might have some technical difficulties. But like I said, I think he's operating off of in a different mode than I'll be operating from. I think that's the best way to put it.
What you mean by that? What mode you operate in? What you mean by that?
I want to hear that.
I mean, I wouldn't be going around sending mixed signals to NATO. I wouldn't be. I definitely wouldn't be, trying to pick fights with, Canada, Venezuela, a bunch of different places trying to pick fights. You can't say you're trying to win the Nobel Peace Prize when you're trying to invade places. You can't say you're trying to win the Nobel Peace Prize when you haven't really stopped any conflicts of consequences from your intervention. You may have been around when things stopped, but I'm not sure if you stopped anything. It's just I disagree with him on policy.
He cannot claim that he wants to end wars when he's going out here making threats or shooting out threats towards other countries. And I feel like, here in America, we're already in our own World War III, but mainly in the escalating civil war here. So
yeah, you occupying cities, so you occupying DC, you occupying LA, you said you're gonna go occupy Memphis and New Orleans.
Chicago.
You know what I'm saying? You said you're gonna go try and occupy Chicago. When you went to Africa, you tried to get the minerals.
Result of that? What's the result of doing that? Occupying these cities? It's supposed to bring crime down?
He's trying to show control in the major cities and areas of America. So he wants those he wants the major cities to be under control in terms of low crime, cleaned up in terms of debris, I would think. But I think Chelsea has a good point. But yeah, that the mixed signals destroys trust or restricts trust. So if you trying to hide your game plan, sending mixed signals to the allies of the world is not a good idea, because they need to know that they can trust you to have their back when the time comes.
And another reason is distraction. Another distraction.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just another distraction from the the Epstein files.
Definitely. That's you already know that though.
Yeah, one thing real quick I want to say about the crime piece is crime is not the issue. The thing is showing control, being in control, and trying to show strength in a way that is supposed to intimidate people, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with we're going to try and get everybody fired if they don't say the things that we want them to say about Charlie Kirk thing.
Mm-hmm.
They want to intimidate people into doing the things that they want them to do.
Conforming.
Yeah, and so you just gotta speak it plain sometime and just say, this is what they're trying to do. This is why they're trying to do it, and it can't work, I don't think. But we got to be aware of what's happening.
To that intimidation of speech point, freedom of speech is not really free. You're not free from the consequences of said speech, and so you can say what you want, but you can't really put a price on the we only set we don't get to set the price. So there's a cost to everything. So even the stuff that comes out of our own mouths, it's unfortunate we don't get to set the price, and that's why free speech is not free.
Speaking
Unless you're
of that,
rich.
though, speaking of that, Divine, we didn't get your opinion on Charlie Kirk's situation. How you feel about that?
Sad, man. I didn't know him before the things happened. Yeah, it's sad. I think people are trying to make this into a political, Democrat versus Republican issue. I don't think it's that at all. But I don't think the man should have lost his life because he had an opinion on how the things. Now, to that same point, I think people in America, we do treat the Second Amendment. We do treat the Second Amendment like it's one of the 10 Commandments. So I think that's kind of an issue in its own self, that we have a privilege to a gun, not a right to a gun. So we can't be speaking in these terms of like God-given rights of terms of guns, because it's not. We live in a country of temporary privileges, and rights aren't really rights when they can be taken away. So we gotta be careful with wording.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
we're living in a time of fascism.
I also wonder when people say that it's when people say what he said about like the cost of guns okay with guns okay to have with the acceptability of the cost of lives of certain American lives, whether it's children or whatever. I want to know, is it worth it when it's your life or someone that you love? You know what I'm saying?
That's my question to the late Charlie Kirk. Was that worth it?
And what other right is more important than the right to life? You know what I mean? Like, so like what are we talking about here?
You gotta remember, people gonna say he died for the right. So it's like
in fact, actually, I texted to you, Jay, and it's in quote. He said, it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment.
Right.
I think that's ridiculous, but I don't understand why, if violence is so unacceptable in this country, why is it so widely accepted? Like, why are we going to go along with this?
The NRA.
Have some guns.
The NRA.
NRA is way too damn powerful, and that's bullshit. And that's why I think politicians should be banned from accepting money from any lobby group, and make them force them to work for the public like they were supposed to, because politicians are supposed to be a public servant. Yeah. So, and if you're bought, then you can't serve the public correctly or like you intend to.
Yeah. And all of them bought, let's be honest.
Real talk. And why can you stay in Congress for 70 years? You're 75 years old. Get your old ass out of the office. Put a 29-year-old in there.
Because he wants control. Because these old men want control. They just want power and control and money.
We need to have term limits in Congress. Real talk. Someone needs to be on that type of time.
Well, Mitch McConnell finally got the hint and finally retired.
Yeah, man. It's real out here. Freedom of speech ain't so free. We're going to end it on that, man. I appreciate all y'all. I hope you be a returning guest, man. You're more than welcome back. I like your point of view and your thoughts, man. So, we just going to end it like this, starting with CJ. Let them know where to find y'all. Let's go.
Okay, you know where to find me. CHA Art Price LLC, Facebook or Instagram. Right now, I just finished my new drawing for a new potential gallery series called For the Introverts and stuff.
Right, cool.
And I shared that, and I showed the pictures to Jay.
Yeah, they look fire, man. I look forward to seeing them come out. C4 the Realist, what you got going? Let them know where to find you.
Everything C4 the Realist.
Okay. Ooh, what y'all think of this comment though? Shout out to Facebook. If you had a right to life, then you have the right to defend life. Guns in this country is a first line defense against tyranny. Okay, I feel you, man.
There's always an argument though between protection and freedom, and what security risks are you willing to sacrifice, what securities are you willing to sacrifice to have freedom, or to have these certain rights? So that's a big balance, and that's a good question that we can dive into probably next time.
Yeah, if you want to come up, Frank, if you got time, we really at the end, but we appreciate you. Divine, let them know where to find you.
Man, smooth super producer. You'll see me on the podcast again.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone for having me. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate y'all.
All right. Appreciate you for bringing your boy Chad. Chad, what's going on? Where can they find you at?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm everywhere. I'm on Facebook, all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably be back, so you'll see me around.
I appreciate y'all, man. Till next time. Love.
All right.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace out, y'all. Much love. All right, y'all. There y'all have it. It's been another episode of Real Conversation Podcast presented to you by Real Conversation Podcast Network. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow everybody on the panel. Appreciate all y'all for commenting. Appreciate all the live viewers. You know, we keeping it jumping, man. We keeping it going through all the ups and downs and turnarounds. We ain't stopping. No matter what's going on behind the scenes, it ain't stopping the show, man. Believe that. It's your boy Smooth, one and only host. Hope to see y'all next time, man. With that being said, it's been real. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to tap in with the single Rolling Up. Big Smooth featuring Kazi. I'm about to play that on the way out. And it is what it is, man. Till next time. Love.
Hurry up. Hit that Uber when we landing, then we showing up. Cause I'm in a different state with a different license plate. And you know my pocket straight. And you know my partner straight. And we hold it. Hurry up. Hit that Uber when we landing, then we showing up.